My fiancée said she could replace me in a day, so I walked out. 2 years later, she's still on dating apps while I'm with her unattainable model friend. I'm James, 31, a software consultant who thought I'd found my future with Monica after 4 years together and 8 months engaged. That Thursday evening in March, I came home at 6:15 to find her unboxing a diamond tennis bracelet in our kitchen, the turquoise jewelry store bag sitting on our granite countertop. She was glowing as she fastened it around her wrist, completely absorbed in admiring how it caught the light. We discussed cutting discretionary spending 3 days earlier to hit our down payment goal for our first house, so I felt that familiar sinking sensation in my stomach. "What do you think? Isn't it gorgeous?" she asked, holding up her wrist. I kept my voice measured. "It's beautiful. How much did it cost?" Her smile stayed fixed, but something shifted behind her eyes. "Does it matter?" I wanted something nice for myself. I moved closer. "Monica, we agreed to limit purchases over $500 until we close on a house. How much was the bracelet?" She set her wine glass down hard on the counter. $2,800. And I charged it to my personal credit card, not our joint account. $2,800. Exactly our monthly house fund contribution. We're supposed to be saving for our future. That bracelet costs more than what we both agreed to contribute this month. She rolled her eyes dramatically. "Oh my God, here we go with the spreadsheets and 5-year plans. Do you ever just live in the moment, James?" I ran my hand through my hair. Spontaneous is grabbing dinner somewhere new. Spending $2,800 without discussion when we're actively saving isn't spontaneous, it's financially irresponsible. That's when everything changed. She slammed her hand on the granite hard enough to make me flinch. "You know what your problem is? You're boring. You're safe and predictable and boring, and honestly, I could replace you in 48 hours if I wanted to." The words hung in the air like smoke. I stood there processing while she stared at me with this strange mixture of anger and satisfaction. "Replace me," I repeated slowly. "Yes, replace you." She grabbed her phone and scrolled aggressively. "Do you know how many messages I get every day from men who actually have ambition? Men who make real money and drive nice cars? I have dozens of men in my DMs constantly asking me out." I felt eerily calm suddenly. "If you have so many better options, why are you with me?" She laughed, sharp and cruel. "Because you're stable. Because you're the kind of guy you bring home to your parents. Because you check all the boxes for what I'm supposed to want even if you're not actually what I want." Every word landed like a physical blow. "So prove it." Her eyes narrowed. "Prove what?" "That you can replace me in 48 hours. I pulled out my phone and opened the timer app. "Find someone better." It's 6:47 p.m. Thursday. You have until 6:47 Saturday. Timer starts now. I hit start and held up my phone. She stared at me with her mouth open, then started laughing. "You're not actually breaking up with me over a bracelet." I walked toward our bedroom. "I'm accepting your position that you can easily replace me with someone better. Seems like you've made your choice." She followed me, voice rising. "James, stop being dramatic. You're completely overreacting." I pulled my duffel bag from the closet and started packing methodically: clothes, toiletries, laptop. "If I'm so boring and replaceable, you'll have no problem this weekend." Her tone shifted to uncertain. "Where are you going? You're not seriously leaving." I zipped the bag. "Hotels exist. That's not your concern since we're broken up and you're replacing me anyway." She grabbed my arm. "This is insane. People fight. That's what couples do." I pulled away gently. "People fight about dishes. They don't tell their partner they're easily replaceable with dozens of better options. You said what you think. I'm taking you at your word." The anger returned. "Fine. You'll come crawling back within hours because you can't function without me. Who organizes your life? Who manages our social calendar? Who made the connections that got you those last 2 promotions?" I shouldered my bag. "Guess we'll find out." She followed me to the door, voice getting frantic. "You're going to regret this. I'm 28, successful, attractive. I could walk into any bar and leave with someone better in 20 minutes. I stopped at the door. Then you should have no problem in 48 hours. Good luck. Her expressions cycled through shock, disbelief, then settled on smug confidence. Challenge accepted. When I'm out tomorrow night with someone who actually knows how to treat a woman, someone who drives a car that costs more than your salary, you'll be begging me back. I opened the door to the rain. Timer's running. See you never, Monica. I drove away with no idea where I was going but complete certainty I'd made the right decision. My phone buzzed. Monica had posted to Instagram, "When you realize you've been settling for mediocrity. Big changes coming." 43 likes already. I drove through the rain until I found myself at Isabel's downtown loft by 8:30. I texted from the garage, "Just ended things with Monica. Need someone rational." Her response was immediate, "Come up. 4B. She answered in sweatpants and a hoodie, hair in a simple braid, completely different from her glamorous Instagram presence. After I explained what happened, she stood abruptly. "There's something you need to see." Her hands shook as she opened her laptop, showing an email thread. Strategic Relationship Planning, Monica K. The emails from Monica's life coach dated back 3 years, laying out her calculated strategy to use me for stability until age 30, then upgrade to someone with a 7-figure salary. One email from 2 years ago read, "James is perfect for phase 1. Stable income, not attractive enough to attract competition. He's grateful for my attention, which makes him easy to manage." I stared at the screen, nauseous. "How did you get these?" Her coach got drunk at our college reunion last year, left her laptop open. "I tried warning you at that charity gala in September, but Monica threatened to destroy my career with fabricated evidence if I talked to you." Isabel pulled up her phone. "There's more. 3 active dating apps from the last 6 months." I scrolled through Monica's profiles on Raya, The League, and Luxy, all using photos I'd paid for, all listing her as single or "it's complicated." "She's been shopping for your replacement for months," Isabel said quietly. My phone buzzed, Monica's 15th text, "Hour 3 and I already have drinks scheduled with 2 guys tomorrow." Isabel shook her head. "She's going to document every second as a social media performance." "Let her," I said, surprisingly calm. "You can stay here tonight," Isabel offered. "I have a guest room." Over the next hour, Monica posted 8 Instagram stories, LinkedIn updates, screenshots showing 60+ matches, outfit photos. She was turning my challenge into a spectacle, and I finally saw who she'd always been. Friday morning, I woke to my phone exploding with notifications. Monica's replacement hunt had become a full social media production. Hour 1 through 16 were documented minute by minute. Professional LinkedIn posts captioned, "Excited for new chapters," champagne flutes at 4 different upscale hotel bars, boomerangs of her getting ready in designer outfits I'd bought her. She matched with over 60 men across her apps and wasn't shy about broadcasting it. By Friday afternoon, she'd brought home Preston, a venture capitalist with a Tesla who she immediately posted about. Finally experiencing what it's like to be treated right, with photos of his car, expensive sushi, his Rolex-clad wrist. I watched from Isabel's couch as the performance continued. Preston lasted exactly 4 hours. Isabel showed me Monica's quickly deleted story. Preston had discovered she was recording everything for content and walked out mid-dinner. The sushi post disappeared. The Tesla photo vanished. Saturday brought desperation. Hours 33 through 48 became a descent into chaos. Monica sent voice messages from 6 different numbers, her friends' phones, burner apps, even her mother's cell. The messages cycled from confident, "Having the best weekend of my life," to tearful, "Please just talk to me," to rage-filled, "You're going to regret throwing away what we had." At exactly 6:47 p.m. Saturday, Isabel posted a simple photo of us at a bookstore cafe with coffee and actual books. Caption, "Good conversation, good coffee." I hadn't asked her to post it. She just smiled and said, "Sometimes you need to poke the bear." Monica's response was nuclear. Within minutes, she was posting across every platform: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. Screenshots of our old texts with my words taken wildly out of context. Photos of Isabel labeled "homewrecker." A 40-minute Instagram live where she cried about betrayal while drinking wine and reading comments from her followers. My phone lit up with texts from mutual friends. What's going on? Did you really leave Monica for Isabel? Monica says you've been cheating for months. I didn't respond to anyone. Just watched as Monica's 48-hour challenge officially ended with her alone, drunk on Instagram Live, and absolutely no replacement in sight. Sunday morning brought Monica's full meltdown. She created a 25-minute YouTube video titled, "When Your Best Friend Shows Her True Colors," with heavily edited footage suggesting Isabel had been plotting to steal me for years. She'd manipulated old photos, taken conversations out of context, even found a picture of Isabel and me from a group event 2 years ago and cropped everyone else out. Her mother Patricia video called me at 7 a.m. demanding answers. I showed her screenshots of Monica's dating profiles and the Preston photos. Patricia went silent, then blamed Isabel for seducing me instead of accepting her daughter's behavior. Monica's attacks escalated. She emailed my company's HR with fabricated complaints about hostile work environment and misused resources, claiming I'd harassed her through work channels. The complaint was detailed: specific dates, fake witnesses, manufactured evidence. It backfired spectacularly. My manager called me laughing because he was my former college roommate and knew I worked fully remote. The witnesses Monica cited didn't exist in our company directory. HR dismissed it immediately and flagged her email as harassment. Then Preston's wife Charlotte got involved. She'd seen the Tesla photo, recognized her husband's distinctive watch, and went full detective. Charlotte created a fake profile, befriended Monica, and extracted a detailed confession about the venture capitalist she'd hooked up with while trying to replace her boring ex-fiancé. Charlotte screenshot everything, then exposed it all, to Monica's employer, to mutual friends, to everyone. Monica's prestigious marketing firm called her in Monday morning, using company time for personal drama, posting about clients who were actually married men, bringing the firm into disrepute. They terminated her on the spot. I learned all this through Isabel, who heard it from their mutual contacts. Monica's carefully constructed life was imploding, and I felt nothing but relief that I'd escaped. 2 weeks after the breakup, Monica stormed into an exclusive jewelry store downtown demanding her ring. She'd somehow discovered I'd bought an engagement ring 6 months earlier and convinced herself she was entitled to it. The staff called security when she refused to leave, screaming about theft and betrayal while live-streaming to 3,000 followers. The video went viral immediately, her being escorted out while ranting about manipulative ex-boyfriends and stolen futures. I got calls from friends who'd seen it. The jeweler even contacted me to apologize for the disruption and confirm the ring was secure. Monica wasn't done. She launched a GoFundMe titled, "Recovering from Financial Abuse," with a detailed story about how I'd controlled her money and left her destitute. It raised $850 before people realized she'd spent $2,800 on a bracelet days before our breakup. The comments section turned brutal. Then came her self-love ceremony. Monica rented the botanical garden where I'd planned to propose and invited 30 guests to watch her exchange vows with herself. She wore a $4,500 gown, had a cake, even wrote personalized vows about choosing herself and never settling again. Her brother accidentally left his phone live streaming when she had a breakdown in the bathroom afterward, sobbing about how she'd ruined everything. 2 million TikTok views in 48 hours. The memes were merciless. Self-love ceremony girl became shorthand for delusional narcissism. Meanwhile, Isabel and I were quietly building something real. Coffee dates, bookstore trips, actual conversations about life and goals. No performance, no social media documentation. Just 2 people genuinely getting to know each other. We adopted 2 rescue cats and named them Biscuit and Gravy, which made us laugh every time we called them for dinner. Unemployed and desperate for relevance, Monica launched a podcast called Rising Phoenix, From Betrayal to Empowerment. She positioned herself as a relationship expert who'd escaped a toxic situation, describing behaviors that were clearly her own but attributing them all to me. Episode titles included When Your Partner Uses Money to Control You and Recognizing Emotional Manipulation. The irony was lost on her 23 regular listeners. Her dating life became a predictable cycle documented across social media. First came Damien, the crypto investor who understood ambition. He disappeared after borrowing $3,000 for a guaranteed opportunity. Then Alejandro, who she discovered was simultaneously dating her hairstylist. Marcus lasted 2 dates before calling her ma'am, once too many. He was 24 and genuinely didn't mean offense, but Monica spiraled. Sterling brought his mother to their 3rd date to get her opinion. Phoenix, a life coach who only communicated in inspirational quotes, made it 5 days before Monica accused him of being emotionally unavailable for not texting paragraphs. Each relationship followed the same pattern: explosive social media debut with professional photos and captions about finally finding my person, followed by cryptic posts about disappointment, ending with bitter quote graphics about knowing your worth. Meanwhile, Isabel and I kept everything private. We cooked elaborate meals that sometimes worked and often didn't, spent Saturdays at farmers markets, took turns reading books aloud to each other. She got me into photography. I introduced her to obscure documentaries. We were building something quiet and genuine while Monica's online presence devolved into increasingly desperate attempts to prove she was thriving. Her podcast episodes became thinly veiled rants about seeing your ex happy with someone else. I never listened, but mutual friends kept me updated with a mixture of concern and morbid fascination. Exactly 24 months after Monica's original 48-hour claim, my phone buzzed with her 19th burner number. Just wanted you to know I'm engaged to a successful cardiologist named Elliot. Waterfront property, Porsche, everything you could never give me. I didn't respond, but curiosity got the better of me. 5 minutes of searching revealed Elliot was a second-year medical resident drowning in debt. The Porsche was a 2013 model with 145,000 miles, and the waterfront property was his parents' timeshare at a lake 2 hours away. 2 weeks earlier, Isabel and I had gotten quietly engaged at the same antique market where we'd had our first official date. We'd told only family and close friends, no social media announcement, no performance. Just us choosing each other deliberately and joyfully. Patricia somehow heard through mutual connections and called suggesting a double wedding to split costs. I laughed until I cried before firmly declining. Monica's wedding to Elliot imploded 3 weeks before the date. She demanded he retrieve a stolen family heirloom ring from his grandmother, who was very much alive and wearing all her jewelry. Elliot, already drowning in debt from the 2.5-carat ring Monica demanded to heal her trauma from James, discovered the lies about my supposed abuse and manipulation. He canceled everything: venue, catering, honeymoon. Monica returned to dating apps with a new bio: done with games, past engagement destroyed by vindictive ex and his manipulative homewrecker. Seeking accomplished gentleman for serious commitment. 730 days after her confident 48-hour claim, she was still cycling through apps while Isabel and I planned our intimate spring wedding at a private vineyard. We were focused on planting our herb garden, enjoying quiet mornings with biscuit and gravy, and building a life with zero drama and infinite genuine happiness.